Hi friends, welcome back to PHP tutorial. So in this video we're going to learn about how to drag and drop your tables rows. So here you can see this is the table and we can drag this table rows into any position and we can save this. So here we will basically using the Bootstrap and Jquery UI CDN, and here also use the datatable CDN so that we can get the pagination links and this text, also these drop downs. Okay, so it looks nice and complete. So now I am going to show you from the beginning. So this is my drag and drop folder, and inside this folder we will create the project. That means this is the name of the project, and here we will use the Visual Studio Code. Okay, so this is my project name. So just open the browser and type localhost drag drop, right? So initially there is no file present. Now just open the Visual Studio Code and create index.php. okay, so for now it will show blank because we have no data inside it. So now just add the HTML broiler template and here write drag and drop. Okay, this is the title, and here I will write the heading. Suppose I am writing any text, you can say as a heading also to test whether my page is working or not. So simply write dynamic drag and drop table rows. Okay, so now just check in the browser, so it's coming. Okay, now here we will create a table, and inside the table we will add some data and we will further connect to the database, and we will change the table rows and it will update the database also. So step by step I will show you each and everything. First we will use the Bootstrap so that it will looks more beautiful. So just go to the browser, getbootstrap.com. So for now I don't need the Bootstrap JS, we will just copy the Bootstrap CSS. So this is basically the CDN we can use to design our page. So Bootstrap CDN added. Now we will add the Bootstrap classes to make it more beautiful. So div, and we will add the class that is container, and inside the container we will paste the heading. Okay, so whatever we'll do inside the div. Okay, so here my spelling mistake. Okay, so right now here just paste the h3 tag. So we'll add the heading class also. So I will add the class text center so that this text will display in the center of the page. So just go here and refresh this, so we can see dynamic drag and drop tables. Okay, that means the Bootstrap CSS is starting applying. Okay, now I will create a simple table. So to create a table we need to use the table class, and I want the table have a border. So right here table border. Okay, so this is the table class, and I will add the t head and the t body inside the table. Okay, so for inside the heading section we will write the table heading, and inside the body we will fetch the data, right? So here my heading will be, suppose for id we will write inside the th, that is has th, and copy these things more too. Okay, so right here name, and I will add the description. Okay, so in the same way we will add inside the t body also. So inside the t body we will write tier and close the tier. Inside the tier we will add the td, so and close the td. So right here 1 and copy this and paste 2 times more. So write here name equal to name1, description equal to dsc1, right? And copy these things some more, so write in this way, and now go to the browser and refresh this. So basically this is my common table and it's created. Now I will add a pagination or a search option. So for now we have inbuilt features. We need to use the datatable CDN. Okay, so we can search datatable CDN. So here I am getting the datatable CDN, and we will use datatable CSS and JS. And before that we need to use the Jquery CDN, because inside this here we are using Jquery datatable main.js. So we need to use the Jquery CDN first, right? And here we can see the latest Jquery CDN. I want to use the minified things, so just copy this and add here, right? So Jquery CDN added. Now we can add the datatable CDN. So just copy this and write script tag, and inside the script tag we will add inside the src. So datatable JS added, and I need to add the datatable CSS. So write link href, and we'll paste the link here. So what is the link? So this is the link. Okay, so datatable added. So now just call the datatable class. So just create a script tag, script, and close the script tag, and here just write type equal to text or JavaScript. Okay, and here write document dot ready function. So document, and document should be inside this bracket dot ready. Okay, and inside this we will write the closer function. So write here function and start the function. So here I want to add the table ID. So this is my table and ID. Suppose the table ID is my table. Okay, so write here my table, and we will initialize the data table using the my table. Okay, so this is the ID. That's the reason we need to use the hash. So write hash my table and call the data table, right? So here we need to use the data table D as caps. So data table is integrated. Now go to the browser and refresh this, so we can understand the data table is integrated. So we are getting the search option, pagination options, and this drop down option. The last thing we need to do, we need to use the Jquery UI main.js. Okay, so just search Jquery UI main.js CDN. So using this we can use the drag and drop option. So just go here and just get the minified option and copy this and just paste it inside here, right? So using this we can achieve the drag and drop section. Okay, so let's call the sortable function. So inside this we are getting the sortable function. So use the sortable. So how we can use this? First, inside the tbody section we will going to add a class, and using this class selector we will get the drag and drop option. Okay, so I am writing the class name as the row position. Okay, so just you can use hyphen or underscore. So here I am writing as a underscore, and inside the script section we'll just write the sortable code. Okay, so we'll write, as it is a class selector, we'll use the dot and we'll call the sortable function, sortable, sortable. This is the inbuilt function inside the Jquery UI main.js CDN. Okay, so now write two things. One is delay and another is stop. Okay, so this is the basically property. Suppose I am giving the delay is 150 and we will write the stop function. Okay, so inside this we will create a function and we will do all these things inside this. Suppose I am treating all the tier as a array. So first we will write var selected data. Okay, so I am initializing a variable that is selected data equal to new array. So initially in the selected data variable there is no record, but the variable is array type. Okay, now just we are getting the row position, so we will execute loop with each tier. Okay, so how we can do this? So inside the Jquery we have each functions. So using the each function we can execute loop. Okay, so write in this way, that is row position and tier, row position under tier. Okay, dot each function. Okay, so we'll create a function that is, it is also a closure function, and inside the function we will write the code. Okay, so we will use this selected data and we will push the particular row which we have selected. Okay, so just write in this way. So write dollar this. So this is the current object, means when we are going to select anyone, that is called as this. Okay, so this, and here write attr attribute and will have a id, right? So now just change some value. So for 1 this is 2 and this is for 3 and I am writing 4. So just want to see the difference. Okay, so 4 and this is 5. Okay, and the last one is 6. Now just go here and refresh this. So now we can select any of the column and can sort. So I am just going to select the first record and pasting it under 4. So we can see the table order is changed. So we can change it anywhere. We can change from 3 to the last position. Okay, right now if we just refresh this, all things will gone because we are not saving into the database. Okay, so we need to connect the database and we can store the records. Okay, so just go to the localhost php myadmin and I am closing this section, so we will not need this. So my password is root and create a database. Suppose the database name is same as the project name, so I am using this drag and drop and creating this, and here I want to create a table. Suppose the table name is anything that is sort record. Okay, so you can add any name. I am just writing this name and we'll have the 4 columns. Okay, so one is id and id will be the auto increment field, and suppose I am writing this 11 and we need name and description and name and description. So I am writing short form dsc description and writing 255 and this also a 255. You can use text also, no problem on that. By default I am creating as null, and I want to update the column. The column name is suppose the display order. Okay, so when we will drag and drop in rows, basically we will update this record inside this. So this is the integer type field, length 10. Okay, and by default I am providing the as defined 0. Okay, so dsc reserved word. Okay, so right here dsc ripton. Okay, so this is the reserved word, so we cannot create a column with the reserved word. Okay, so just save this, right? So we need to import some data, so just insert this. So write name1 dsc1 1 and name to dsc2, and this is 2, so go, and we'll add some name 3 dsc3 and 3. So in this way we'll add more and more, so write 4 and 4. So just add some more, so I will add 6 record. Okay, so write 5 and then 6. So here just add name 5 dsc5, and it is 5, and the name 6 dsc6, and it is 6. So go, and we can see the table is ready. Okay, so now we need to fetch this record from the table. So just go to here and delete the other things which we not need, right? And here we will write the SQL query to fetch the record. So first we will create a config file where the database connection will be there. So write the config.php, right? So inside the config.php I will connect the database, right? So write mysql I equal to new mysql I, so first the host, that is localhost, then the username, that is root, next the password, also root, and next the database name. So just copy the database name, that is drag drop. Okay, and we will use this config.php from here. So just write here, that is php, and require ones, and just add this config.php, right? And so we'll get access of database connection. Now we can simply write a query. So just write a query here to fetch the records. So write $SQL equal to select star from the table name, that is sorting order, sorting record, and order by the order by field, that is display order, right? So this is my SQL. So if we just go and check inside the MySQL UI version, so just write here SQL and display this, so we can see the record is coming. Now use this. So this is the SQL. So we'll get all the datas. So datas equal to $mysql I. So basically mysql I added inside this in the config file, so we can get access mysql I, and we'll write query, means we'll execute the query and we'll pass the variable, that is $SQL. Okay, so we will get access of these things from the datas. Okay, now we'll print these things. So we'll use this, and here we will write this tier section inside the loop. So just write while $data equal to $datas arrow fetch assoc. Okay, so we'll get each and every row, fetch assoc, right? And we will write this inside this tier. So we'll get all the value inside this data. So simply just print here that is data. We'll first need to echo this data ID, and we will have the data name and data description. Okay, so right here PHP code, and here also PHP, and here okay data. So where is the error? So we have to close the PHP tag, right? So this is name and this is description. Okay, now just go to the browser and refresh this. So we are getting this record from the database. Okay, so now if we just drag and drop these things, we want to update the display order. Okay, so how we can do this? So we need to trigger a function while we are dragging. So using the sortable function, we can get access of these things. So I will create a separate function, that is function update order, right? And we will call this from the sortable methods. Okay, so here just write the function update order, and we will get which data? So we will get the selected data, right? And we will receive from the update order as a data argument, right? And now we'll call the AJAX to update this. So write $AJAX, and inside the AJAX we'll call a page. So we'll write URL, suppose AJAX post.php, and we will pass the data, that is what is the data. So inside the data we will get the all data equal to, so not equal to, it will be colon, all data is this data. So I am writing the a data, so will not confused. Okay, so a data, right? And we will write a success function. So when it will give the success, then we will get the alert. So we will write success, and we'll write a function, and inside the function we will simply alert your change successfully saved. So now just create AJAX post.php. So let's create AJAX post.php, and we will get the all data from the AJAX post.php. So we'll pass the all data using the post parameter, so the using the post method. Okay, so simply just write post, right? So using the post method we will get inside the AJAX post.php. So first of all we need to use the database operation here, so that when we drag and drop it will save into the database also, right? So just use the database connection, that is the config. So just include config.php. so I'm just copying from the previous this one. Okay, so just include config.php. okay, now we need to receive the value from the index.php, and before that we are passing the selected data. We are getting that selected data via a data. Okay, so we'll get access of all data from AJAX post.php. so what we are passing? We are basically passing the id. So we will set a id of every tier, so we can identify which tier going to be in which position. Okay, so right here simply echo data and write id. Okay, so now just go to the browser and refresh this page and use inspect element, and you can see in the every tier we are getting id is 1, and for second it is 2, and 3 4 5 6 in this way. So we are getting this id from this database, right? Now if we just change this position from rows 1 to 3, then it will rearrange and will save the data into the database, so that while we refresh we will get the updated record, right? Now currently if we just drag into here and it says you changed successfully saved, and if you change it here, so your change successfully saved, but it is not saved into the database. So if you just refresh this, so it will rearrange to the previous position. That means the UI section is working, but we need to save into this here. So now what we should do, inside the AJAX post.php we will receive this all data. So this is the all data. So just go to here and write $all data equal to $post. So we will use the post here because we are getting the record through the post method. So we are passing the type is post. That means we will get the value inside the $post. Okay. Now inside the all data we are getting the ID of each rows. Okay, and this is the array type value. So we need to use the for each loop or any loop to identify each record separately. So here I am writing for each, that is the all data as key value. Okay, now we will write a query inside here. So just write $SQL and we will update the record using this key and value. So right here update, and what is the table name? So my table name is sorting record, and we'll set, which will set, we'll set the display order, and what will be the set? We will set the I. Okay, so where we will get I, that is I equal to default 1 for initialization, and we will execute this I for further. Okay, that means when we will rearrange these things, it will rearrange all the rows from top to bottom. Okay, so for first we will get the 1, and if the rows are there, so it will increment by 1. Okay, so right here and right here $I. Okay, and just write the where condition. So where we will update, we will update on the particular ID. So this ID. Okay, so this is the data ID. Okay, so just use ID equal to the value. So write $V, that is the value, $value. So our query is complete. Now we need to execute the query. So use mysql I arrow query, and we will pass the query variable. Okay, so right here $SQL. Okay, now if we just go to the browser and just refresh this page, so here we can see that is the name 1, description 1, and the display order is 1. Suppose I want to change the 1 to the after 5. Okay, so your change successfully saved. Now if we just go to the database and refresh this, so we can see the ID 1 is order is 5, and 2 is 1, and 3 2, so it is changing respectively. So database is changed. Now change another, so I want to go the 2 from top to the bottom. So just go here and refresh this, so we are getting the 2 is now in the display order as 6, that is the 6th position, right? So in this way we can use drag and drop feature in PHP, and you can use anywhere in your application, but the logic is same. So basically we are using the Jquery UI main.js. So using this we are getting the sortable function, and using the sortable function we are simply can achieve the drag and drop features for our own purpose, right? So I think you will like this video. So please comment if you have any queries about this video, and next day we will come with some new topics. Thanks for watching this video, and do support by subscribing my channel, and comment if you have any queries about this video. Thanks for watching this video. Have a good day.